Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee and Cream Teaching Team. My name is Clarissa and I am a second grade gen ed teacher.
And my name is Alex and I'm a second grade special ed teacher. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we have new videos.
So this week we are finishing up our reading assessments. Our students are starting to do their topic 3 in math and vision. So we're just trying to get ourselves settled in. It's Monday morning. It's about 7:40 a.m. So we're going to go through our flow of the day, talk about any meetings we have this week, and see how we can get ourselves ready to start off our day. So take a look. All right, so I'm going to be taking you through our schedule for today. We call it our flow. So we always start off with our breakfast in the morning from 8:10 to 8:30 with our students. And then we jump right into our morning meeting where we talk about like our calendar, and we also talk about the weather and the seasons. And then the students try to guide us to tell us how they feel like the weather is outside. And then after that, we're going to go into our iReady reading. We're finishing up. I'd probably say about 70% of our students are finished, so we're going to do our last round today. In Writer's Workshop today, we are going to be talking about what story we want to publish because we're doing narrative writing. So the students are going to pick a story and start to revise. Then for math, we're going to be doing addition with 2-digit numbers using a numbers chart. For foundations, we are doing glued sounds like cold, old. Then we have lunch. Kids love that, obviously. Then we have our visual arts. And then we have science where we're going to be looking at seeds to see how they develop into plants. And then it is dismissal time. So we're hoping we'll have a pretty good flow for today. Okay, so for foundations, we gave out this little board game that the students have been going crazy over. We weren't sure how they were going to react to it, but they actually loved it, and we're hoping to be able to find more like this. We found it off of TPT. It's a bonus letter board game, and the way that it works is that the kids pick a dice, they roll the dice, and whatever number they land on, they have to move that amount of steps. And then if they pronounce the word correctly, then they get to stay on that spot. So we were using our math counters. We gave one to each student so that they could keep track of their spots. You can also use like little shapes if you want to.
Okay, so Clarissa told you that in math today we're going to be doing addition, double-digit addition by using a hundreds chart. So we have like a period and a half for math now. So our first period is usually just designated to the math lesson and the independent practice, and then the second period, which is like half of a period, we like to pull small groups and have students do differentiated activities based on that lesson or a lesson from the previous week. So right now I'm just trying to find an extra kind of fun game on TPT that's free to do practice this double digit addition with a number chart. But you know what, Clarissa? I was thinking they're not even going to be able, I don't even know if they're going to be able to identify the ones place and the tens place. So maybe I should find a place value thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
right?
idea. Yeah.
I found this worksheet to work with place value, and I think it's kind of color coded. Like the tens is an orangish color and the ones is green. The ones are green. And at Matt, you can put like the tens place digit there and the ones place digit here. I wish the blocks though were also colored green so it'd be easier for them to see. I think too when we pull our small group that we should just do place value, like show me this number. Remember what we did in first grade?
Yeah.
When we pulled those groups over
Yeah.
several days.
Yeah.
I think that's more important for them to know at this point than
Agreed.
the hundreds chart thing.
Agreed. The kids really like going into the small groups. By the way, I had one student in my group who, when it was time for them to go to their services, they said, please, I don't want to go, I'm going to stay in my math group. And I was like, all right, now we're on a roll, we have to keep it up.
Okay, everyone, so Alex is actually going to be leaving me in first period because she has to do reading assessments for another classroom. So in our school, everyone has to kind of help each other. So we have a new teacher in our school who needs to finish up their assessments, and they asked Alex if she could help. So thank goodness I have that first period where the students are going to be doing iReady. So me and Alex talked, and we feel like that would be the best time for her to go finish the assessments so that we're not doing an actual lesson. I'm just watching over the students, maybe just checking in or pulling students for reading if I have to. But wish me luck. I'm hoping it's going to be a good day, but this is one, there's those moments where you have like a curveball in the day and you just try to be, positive about it. Alex did bring some dessert, so that's going to be my motivation to get through the day and make it to lunchtime. So if you're by yourself this morning or you had that moment this week, I know you know exactly what it feels like, but push through. We're going to get through this.
Okay, so we're now on our lunch break, and we were going to show you what we're going to have for lunch today.
I'm starving. This is going to be gone in like 10 seconds. But for lunch, I actually went out to eat yesterday. I had a shrimp roti. It has like little chunks of potatoes. I think it's a little bit of curry and some shrimp inside, and they roll it up. So I heated it up so it could be a little bit soft. And then Alex gave me this. Oh, what was it called again?
It's called ginataang
Ginatang?
maize. So that's how you say it. It's a coconut. It's a Filipino coconut.
It's like
Glutinous
sweetened rice, right?
Yeah.
It looks so
With
good.
corn.
It almost reminds me of like rice pudding. So I've been looking forward to this all day.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to eat it. So I brought the same thing, the little snack, and then I brought some kiwi, and then I have some sauteed watercress and tofu and shrimp.
Okay, Miss Healthy and Miss Fancy in your little container.
I love my container.
Oh my gosh, I gotta get one so we can match. By the way, one of the students came to me and they were like, "Oh, Miss Felix, why are you wearing the same matching shoes as Mrs. Rivers?"
Oh my gosh,
Because
no, they
it's
didn't.
like dark colors. They're just assuming. You know why? Because we're both wearing black socks or
I
black
know.
stockings. As usual, we're matching somehow without even knowing. Stop it.
Okay, so today we're going to start it with breakfast and then morning meeting. After that, we're going to go into math, and math today is adding tens by using an open number line. Then we'll go into our short foundations period, which is about ER vowel teams. Sorry about that, we had a little interruption. Then we're going into foundations, where we're going to focus on our controlled vowels. After that, we're going to go into writing, and we're going to continue to use our checklist to help us revise our stories. Then we'll have lunch. After that, we'll have social studies, where we're talking about different landmarks in New York City. After that, we're going to go into science, and actually this is our prep, so the kids will have science in the science lab with the science teacher. And then dismissal.
Good morning, everyone. It is 6:42 a.m. I'm so sleepy. Me and Alex stayed after school yesterday so that we can plan for our remote day because we have one coming up for election day on November 2nd. So we stayed after school for about an hour and a half. She actually finished before I did. So I stayed a little bit later than her just so I can finish up my writing lesson. I'm going to head over to school. Usually when it's like a tough or long week or we feel like we're getting tired, Alex and I like to go and stop by the 7-Eleven and grab some snacks. So I'm wondering if we might do that today. But I'm going to go on the way to school and show her what I did last night because I was just planning a little bit extra just so I don't feel as stressed out today because we are tired. So good morning, everyone. Okay, so we just got some of our copies done for our homework sheets for next week and some worksheets that we needed for the classroom. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and like clean all of our desks down and wait for Alex to get here so I could talk about what I planned yesterday for our bulletin boards. Okay, so the other day I made a Writing Strong Leads little chart, and our literacy coach said it might be a good idea to have these on little post-its. So it's colorful inviting for the kids, and then we can make copies. So I actually have some copies behind here. You can see it kind of poking out on the back. And what I want to do with the space down here is I want to actually have like a little open folder where the kids can just pull it out. So I feel like it might be too intimidating for them to slide their finger inside. But I'm hoping that I can make more charts like this for our narrative writing. And I think it's super cute and inviting. Just to show you where it is, it's on our writing board. Well, near our writing area, so that they can see charts and just grab and go. So that's my goal for this year.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 20th, and right now it's 10:20 in the morning. Forgot to vlog this morning, but here's our schedule for today. The kids had breakfast, then we had morning meeting. For reading today, we focused on the OU vowel team. For writing today, we are continuing to revise our stories using our narrative writing checklist, and the kids did such a great job with that. We actually have some clips, I don't know if we can put them in here, but some clips of them actually using the checklist with their partner and telling their partner what they need to correct. It was really, really cute. Right now, the kids are at gym, so they're there, and we're on our prep right now. After they come back from gym, we're going to have math, and I think we're still adding 2-digit numbers by using a number line. After math, we're going to have lunch, and then we have our little half period of math where we're going to finish up some activities that we were doing the other day. After that, we're going to have a read aloud. Not sure what our read aloud is going to be yet, but hopefully something fun and lighthearted. And after that, we have a period of iReady where I think we're going to have the kids start their iReady reading diagnostic, so we can keep doing that throughout the week. So we're kind of doing our homework a little bit differently for writing this for next week. So we're giving them the sight words that we have for the week each night, but then instead of them writing in a sentence or doing something like that, they're going to choose an option from the choice board that's on the back of the paper. So I'm sure you guys have seen sight word choice boards before, but it's just a little bit more fun and exciting for them, and it helps them practice each of the sight words every single night. So they'll just choose one to do each night. And it'll be the same sort of system every week for all the sight words as we go throughout the year. And then in their math, they just have their math workbook pages. We have a topic 3 test on Wednesday. When we give a topic test, we usually don't give homework. And then the same thing, just filling out their reading log and reading for 20 minutes. And then on the bottom, we have some reminders just to send the iPads fully charged and their headphones to school each day. And then just another reminder about the test we have. Friday, October 29th, we're going to have a Halloween parade, so the kids are going to come in their costumes and we'll parade around the school. Tuesday, November 2nd is going to be it's election day, so it's going to be a fully remote day. So the students will do the asynchronous online work, which means that we're not live with them. It's just stuff they do in Google Classroom. And while they're doing that, Clarissa and I are going to go to a virtual PD, so it's good we can work from home that day. And then Thursday, November 4th, we're going to have parent-teacher conferences. So we have them, I think, from 12:30 to 2:30 and 4:30 to 7 or something like that. And they can all be done remote from home.
All right, we are back. Don't mind Alex and I. We laugh 24/7. It's like what gets us through the day. We have like 6 jokes, inside jokes that we need to catch up on. So right now we are officially on our prep. Our students are in gym right now so they could get out all of their energy. But I must say we're having a really good Wednesday so far. We just rocked reading and writing. Our students were on point with their checklist. I was like, if it was an observation day, I think we felt very prepared. But, it never works out that way. But it does feel good to see that our students are actually listening and understanding the direction. So it's a relief for us. I know you want to share a little bit about what we were doing yesterday, right? For the election day.
Oh, yeah. So I kind of told them a little bit from the homework sheet.
Oh, okay.
But for election day here in New York City, we're going to have like a fully remote day. So the students are going to do work just on Google Classroom. We're not meeting with them live or anything. Yeah. Instead, we're going to a PD, a virtual PD from home that has a bunch of different PD sessions. But basically, we just had to have all of the assignments on Google Classroom set up this week, or I think by next week.
Yeah.
But we always get things done ahead of time. So we stayed yesterday to do it. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Did we tell them we're going to give them a sneak peek of the writing lesson that I planned for us for
No,
next
we
week?
didn't say that
All
yet.
right, you're going to see a tiny snippet. It's always so weird when you see yourself teaching, right?
Mhm.
Even if it's on like a video and it's not on your face. But I did like a live little writing session so that the students could see how I was reading from a mentor text, because we're doing narrative writing right now, and seeing how you can come up with small moment ideas and then have a beginning for a story. So we'll give you a tiny sneak peek of that if you are curious about how we try to plan whenever it's a remote day. Good morning, second grade writers. Today we are starting a brand new unit called Lessons from the Masters. We are going to be looking at mentor texts and trying to figure out what makes these writers so masterful and how we can try to copy or learn from them to see how we can become master writers just like they are. And while I'm reading, I want you to think about, what is it that she's doing that you think you might be able to do as a writer? Did you notice anything that she did really good as a writer? It's a small moment. I wonder how she was able to stretch out that moment. I'm going to think of some small moment ideas about something that happened to me. If you have a piece of paper next to you or a notebook, you can turn on a page and you can see if you can make a list just like how I am. I'm going to see if I can use a craft move just like Jane Yolen. She was describing the setting in the beginning of her story. Well, when I saw the sunrise, it was really early in the morning, so I'm going to start off with that. One early summer morning. I also want to add in if I heard any sounds, because I know in Jane Yolen's book, she was mentioning the sound she heard. Well, we live in Brooklyn, so I was definitely hearing some ambulance sounds, some cars honking. Oh, I also heard a huge truck. Maybe I can add that. Today in your notebook, friends, I just want you to pick a small moment idea that you have and just write a story about it. Share. What was it that made that moment so special for you? Who were you with? What were you doing? Did you hear any sounds? Challenge yourself to see if you can write a small moment story, just like Jane Yolen did.
We're now on our prep and the kids are at gym. So right now I'm going to go and fix the science calendar because we had a little struggle with somebody else adjusting it. So I'm going to just fix it to better meet our needs.
Alex to the rescue. That was me. It was my chair.
Oh my god.
This is us all day.
We're always nervous somebody's going to walk in and see us doing this and it'll just be awkward.
Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at my stack of writing that I need to grade over here.
Yeah, anyway, so Claritza's going to go ahead and she's going to add our writing data into the school-wide Excel sheet. So that's going to be lots of fun.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll try and update you for lunch. Maybe tell you what we're eating for lunch.
Yeah, I did tell them we would maybe stop by 7-Eleven if we felt like we really needed it. But I don't know how we're feeling about our energy. But
I feel okay today, I think.
Okay.
Maybe we can do that later this week.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Save it for a good day.
Yeah.
Or a bad day that needs to be turned into a good day.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you back in a few.
So it's lunchtime now. Claritza's in the microwave heating up her lunch. I'll show you what I have. I just have some kind of ground turkey with tomato sauce and peas. It's called menudo. It's a Filipino dish. And some rice and a banana. And that's it. I'm going to finish the science calendar. And Claritza's going to finish putting in the writing grades on the Excel sheet. We usually don't like to work during this time, but we'd just rather get the stuff done.
Hey everyone! Happy Thursday. We're getting closer to the end of the week. It is second period for us. It is currently 9:30. Our kids are in their cluster right now. They're in art class, so I think they're going to enjoy that. Our math lesson was pretty tricky for today with Envisions. They were figuring out how to use tens and ones to add 2-digit numbers. So we're going to have them come back and do some more practice with that. See if we can find a worksheet or like a little adding game where they can work in partners, because they really need help using these tens and ones. So if you have any good ideas that work for your class, please share it in the comments below.
And let us know if your class is struggling too with the tens and the ones. Those who came from first grade to second grade, it was really hard when they were fully remote for first grade. because they weren't able to use those manipulatives. So I don't think they understand
Yeah.
place value very much.
Yeah. So for our flow for today, I don't even think we had a chance to show them, right?
No.
So like we always say, we start off our breakfast in our morning meeting. The kids were starting to talk about Halloween and what we're going to wear, like our costumes.
Mhm.
We're going to be having a Halloween parade, so we're going to try to keep talking about that little by little. We just finished our math. They're in art, like we said. When we come back, we're going to do math centers for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to have a read aloud, and then we'll have our readers workshop. Students have been working on decoding words, so I think they're going to be giggling when they see our little like
the
words that
fluff,
we had to make up.
whatever it was.
Floofle.
We'll show you that one slide if we can.
And then we're going to have our lunch. And then for writing, we're trying to come up with some writing prompts that they can use for our bulletin board because we're going to have a visit from our superintendent coming up soon. So we're actually going to mesh an idea from social studies since they're talking about landmarks. We're going to see if they can do like a narrative writing about a landmark they visited. And then at the end for SEL, we're going to end up with a fun craft of just doing our portraits. The students have been learning about how to share them about themselves or things that make them special. So we have some beans. We're going to use construction paper, some feathers. So we're going to let them be creative to make their portrait. Not traditional. That's the goal. So for our Donors Choose project, one of the projects that we got funded was for phonics and reading comprehension books for our students because they really need help in that area. We notice when we're doing the running records, that's where they lack the most. So our students have been jumping to try to join us for small group sessions to work on some phonics journals and some reading comprehension journals. So you can see on the tabs here, which I really like, is maybe a teacher invented it, has the little tabs for like the word families, blends and diagraphs, vowel teams. So this is perfect to pair for foundations. We try to use it for a foundation small group, or if we're doing like reading, independent reading, we can pull them for groups. And the way that it works, it has like little cutout options where the students can search for like the vowel teams. This is an example of one I did with my students yesterday. They were doing the EE and IE vowel teams. And it has some pictures to give them clues, which is great for my ENL student because the student is actually an ENL student. And they can look at the pictures and fill in which vowel team is it that they have to add in to complete the word. And then at the end, they write it just to have that connection for them. And then in our daily reading comprehension journal, I love that it has each week, it's tailored for a different mini story. So the students read the story and then it has comprehension questions related to it. And they even have it broken up day by day. So yesterday we started with Max the cat. We did start on Wednesday, so I let them catch up until from Monday to Wednesday. But you can see there's a little story about Max and a cat, and then it checks in with their vocabulary for meaning, for descriptions of the character, and then it has them pinpoint like what happened to the character, the problem, the solution. They have picture options that's coming later up. So my kids actually came up to me and asked if they can come and join me for a session. So I know that's a good sign. So we're going to try to integrate this more in our weekly lessons.
So we're going to continue working on our prep, and I'm going to do the reading calendar. What are you going to do?
I think I have to make a chart for the tens and ones because the kids were struggling with that.
Yes, that's what you're going to do. Find another activity for us to practice.
And yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.